The Halifax real estate market has been hot for a few years now, and a question I'm getting a lot lately is, should I buy a home now or should I wait? Well, that answer isn't really clear cut, and it really depends on what your needs and what your goals are. The truth is, it might not make sense to buy a home right now, but it really depends on the situation. Every situation is unique. If you're considering something as a short-term hold for, say, a 1, 2, or a 3-year period, it might not be in your best interest to buy, depending on the way you structure your mortgage. Currently in Halifax, prices are up about 24% from this time last year, and interest rates are also up 2.25% from the start of this year. So things have changed, and things have changed very rapidly. So the question is, who should be buying a property? But before I get into it, if you like this content and you want to see more, please click the like and subscribe to my channel. I post 2 videos a week on YouTube with the Halifax real estate market and buyer and seller tips. Also, if you'd like to book a call or a meeting with me anytime, you can do so in my Calendly link below in the description at a time when it's convenient for you, and you can book a call with me or a buyer consultation or a seller consultation. So the market is hot, but life still happens. So let's talk about first-time home buyers. If you're currently renting and looking to buy a home and you're thinking about a 5-year plan or longer, it probably still makes sense for you to purchase a home. Rent in Halifax is, as we know, at an all-time high, and the vacancy rate is at an all-time low. And the reality is, if you're renting, you're still paying a mortgage. It's just not your own mortgage. So instead of paying rent and putting money into somebody else's pocket, if you do have a down payment saved and you have a steady job and you purchase a home, you're still putting money back into your own pocket. And even with the rise in interest rates, there is still a massive benefit to owning a home versus renting. Currently, at the average purchase price, even with the new rates, after a 5-year term, you're looking at about $60,000 to $70,000 worth of equity in your home that you would have built up. And this is if your home doesn't grow in value at all. This is just how much you would have paid down on your mortgage. Again, a little bit of variance there depending on the way you structure your mortgage. The biggest mistake I see young buyers make is they wait too long to get into the market. So they're waiting to be able to buy that perfect home. But the reality is, when you're at a budget for your first home, you're probably not going to be able to buy the home that you really want forever. So the quicker you get into the market, the quicker you're building that equity in a 5 or a 10-year period, and then you could use that to level up to your forever home in the future. So next, let's talk upsizing. So if you're currently in your first home and you're looking to make a move to a bigger home, maybe you've grown your family, or maybe the space just doesn't work for you anymore as it did 5 or 10 years ago when you bought your first home. I probably wouldn't hesitate to make a move up to the next home, especially if you have the equity in your home to support your decision. If you're selling your home in the current market, you're going to get a premium in terms of price point. And now, while you will be paying a premium on the other end when you buy, it kind of is a wash at the end of the day. You're getting a premium, then you're paying a premium, so that kind of cancels out. And then you still have all that equity in your home, which most people, if they bought a home 5 or 10 years ago in Halifax, have a ton of equity in their home right now. So if that is the case for you, and you really need more space or a better location for your family and your kids, well, I probably wouldn't hesitate to make that move right now in today's market. Also, in this particular case, you're probably looking at a home that you're going to be living in for 5 to 10-year period. So in regards to the price points, I wouldn't really worry about the overall price, because what the market's going to look like in 10 years based on what is happening in Halifax, you're certainly not going to be disappointed about a purchase you make right now into a forever home or kind of a mid-range home that you're going to live in for that 5 or 10-year period. So that's upsizing. What about investors? So right now, in my opinion, this is a very tough one, and it really depends on long-term versus short-term, or what your overall plan with investing in real estate is. Now, I love real estate investing. I love the business side of real estate. This is kind of my wheelhouse, so this is kind of my thoughts of long-term versus short-term and what things look like right now for investors. So when looking at long-term rental holds, so it's not impossible to find good rentals right now, but it is extremely difficult, probably harder than ever, based on the way the market has gone in Halifax, based on the interest rates, and based on the 2% rent cap that we have in Nova Scotia. The problem currently is that even though price points are big, a lot of times the rents are low, and they're really low compared to what the market rent should be. But with the rent cap, you can't increase them realistically unless you do a renoviction or something along those lines. So the problem is, it's just really, really difficult to find something right now with the interest rates and with the mortgage amounts that will work in terms of a monthly cash flow at the end of the day. If you can find something with vacant units that need some renovations, that would be ideal. So that way you can buy, renovate, and then get the rents up to market value so that the cash flow works monthly. But otherwise, it's extremely difficult to find something that's going to work with the monthly cash flows at just a 20% down payment. However, if you're an investor looking for a long-term hold and you can find something that's on a break even and it's in a really good market that's going to grow, I certainly think it is still a very strong play to invest in a long-term hold in real estate that you're going to hold for 10, 15, or 20 years from now. So what about short-term real estate investing? Well, if you're looking for a flip or something along those lines, it might be a good time to wait and see what's going to happen in the next 6 to 12 months, because the market is kind of unpredictable here for the short term based on the interest rates and based on the purchase price. So if you're looking for something that's going to be a flip, it's hard to find something, first of all, that makes sense with the upfront numbers based on the renovation costs, as the construction costs are skyrocketing. So this might not be in your best interest, but the long-term play is still very much a strong play in Halifax. So at the end of the day, do you buy or do you wait? So historically speaking, the best time to buy real estate was 5 years ago, or maybe even 10 years ago, but the reality is those days are long gone. So the next best time is right now. And if you're looking for a long-term hold, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with what you're buying in the Halifax real estate market. But if you're doing anything on the short term, you have to be careful about the situation you're getting yourself into based on the market and based on the interest rates and your mortgage terms. It really depends on your situation, and every situation is unique to itself. So if you're looking for a realtor to give you an opinion on what your situation is, don't hesitate to reach out to me for a transparent opinion in my Calendly link below, and you can book a call or a meeting with me anytime. If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. If you can like this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future content, that would be fantastic. And until next time, thanks for watching and have a great day.